Okay, what are we talking about on this first one?
Remarketing.
What it is, where you can
Now,
do it.
are we doing intended to that are intended times?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
And setting budgets in mind, approval. Needs getting ads created expensive. Install your website. Well, let's make this up as we go.
Okay. Ready? Hi, this is Brett Ridgway. I'm here with
Brian Hain
from Info Marketing Training, and we are so excited to tell you about our next marketing intensive. It's going to be on Thursday, April 7th, from 10 to 2, and the subject this time is remarketing. What is remarketing, Brian?
Well, remarketing is if you've ever been to a website and you've noticed how suddenly any place else you go online, you have ads from that website following you around, that's remarketing in a nutshell. But we're going to actually go into a lot more depth in what remarketing, because there's a lot of different platforms you can use to do remarketing. You can use Google, you can use Twitter, you can use Facebook, you can use independent services like AdRoll who buy off of the exchange. And we're going to talk about all these different companies, but more importantly we're going to talk about the proper way to use remarketing. Because so many people, A, don't utilize remarketing, which is your first big mistake. If you're not utilizing remarketing right now, you should be. And if you don't know how to, don't worry. Sign up and come over, watch us on the 7th, and we'll teach you how to. But the beauty of remarketing is you only get charged if somebody clicks on your ad. So, and the way that marketing works in general is typically somebody needs to see you or have some sort of interaction with you typically about 16 times before they're actually really interested in progressing forward. So with remarketing, they come to your website because maybe you did pay-per-click or whatever, but they've been cooking on your website, and now as they travel around the internet, they are now starting to see your ads all over the internet, which means even though they may not click on the first one they see, it starts to embed in their subconscious.
Powerful branding tool.
Exactly. And so now when that does hit them the right moment, maybe it's a few days later, maybe it's a month later, then suddenly they're like, oh, I do need that. Boom, your ad's right there. They click on it then. That's the only time you're actually billed is when they actually click. So you're getting all this beautiful branding the whole time. But the trick is there's a lot of things you need to know about remarketing. It's not just a matter of adding a cookie to your website and throwing up some ads. You have to know how do you create these ads, what are inexpensive ways to create the ads, and the reason you want that is because you need to create so many ads. One of the big mistakes people make is they only create one ad. And so suddenly, if you got the exact same ad all the time, that's not going to be as effective as if you had 5 or 6 or 10 different ads.
I imagine people kind of get blind to the ads if they see the same thing day after day.
Exactly. So we're going to talk to you about how you can inexpensively create those ads. We're going to talk to you about what the layout of the ad should be. We're going to talk about the different services we use to make them very inexpensively. We're going to talk to you about how you can rotate the text on them. And it's a little tricky as to how you do that because like with Google, for instance, if you rotate your text too quickly or if you make it too flashy, they'll deny the ad. We're going to talk about how far in advance of doing different campaigns you actually need to get your remarketing ads put in place because some of these services have approval processes. So if you say that you want to have a remarketing campaign running for a launch that you're doing and you don't try and get those ads approved until the day of your launch, well guess what? They're probably not going to be approved during your launch. So you actually need to plan in advance how to do all this. We're going to talk about how do you set up your budgets, how much money does it take to do this, which is actually a lot less expensive than you might think. And then we're going to talk about how do you actually manage these ads. So how do you make sure that people who have actually already bought your product don't see those same ads? Or, you know, we were actually, we're always learning, and even this morning Brett shared with me an article about people who actually will adjust what the ad is based upon what time somebody has actually been cookied by you. And I thought that was very clever. So we're going to go into a lot of these different things and how you can actually implement them in your business today. Well, April 7th.
So the bottom line is it's a powerful tool. You need to be doing remarketing, and we're going to show you the ins and outs of it, the ups and downs on Thursday, April the 7th. For just $197, you can join us for this 4-hour intensive. It's going to begin about 10 a.m. and run to about 2 with a slight break in the middle so we can grab a quick bite to eat. But remarketing is something you definitely need to be doing as a marketer. So click on the link below to sign up for this particular intensive, and we will see you on April the 7th.
All right, I don't know, I thought it was pretty good. Yeah. Do we know what any of the other intensives are?
Yeah, I got them all written down.
You don't have